Good day everyone, especially to our instructor. I am Riniel Llenos, 4th year criminology student, and this is my oral explanation. First question, what is ballistics? Ballistics is defined as the science of the motion of the projectile and the condition that affects its motion. It is a science in itself, for it's an orderly arranged knowledge which is the product of a series of experimentation, observation, and testing. It is not an exact science, rather an applied physics, such as it is a subject to changes and improvement depending upon the demands of the modern civilization. It is up of describe ballistics as an applied physics for its studies motions of projectile, such as velocity, trajectory, approximate range, power, resistance to air, and other circumstances that is travel. Second question is explain the three types of motion in projectiles. The first one is direct motion. It is the forward motion of the bullet or shots out of the shell by the action of the expansive force of gases coming from burning gunpowder. The second one is rotary motion. It is the action of the bullet passing through a rifled bore barrel firearm, which is either twisted to the left or to the right. The third one is translational motion. It is the action of the bullet once it hits an object or the target and subsequently reiterated changes in motion. Third one is discuss the branches of ballistics. The first one is internal ballistics. It is a branch of ballistics which is stretch of the motion of the projectile while still inside the firearm chamber barrel, which is extends from the breech to the muzzle. The second one is external ballistics. Traits of the attributes or movement of the projectile after leaving the gun muzzle. It is extend from the muzzle of the gun to the target or any attributes to the motion of the projectile which is in a flight and before reaching the target. The third one is terminal ballistics. It is that branch of ballistics that deals with the effects of the projectile's impact on the target. The last one is forensic ballistics. The branch of ballistics which is the product of the application of the ballistics to law. Forensic ballistics is defined as the study of the motion of the projectile as applied to law or simply to the science of firearm identification by means of the ammunition fired through them. Next question is what is trajectory? This refers to the parabola-like flight to the projectile from the time it leaves the muzzle until it hits the target. It is also described as the actual curve path taken by a bullet during its flight. A trajectory has three stages. When bullet is fired to its maximum range, these are the straight travel or the stage at which bullet travels straight or maintain its accurate travel. Gyroscopic action. The curving of the bullet in flight due to the gradual loss of its energy and the drop of the bullet to the ground due to its weight and upon reaching the maximum distance of its travel and hits nothing. The trajectory plays an important role in investigation of shooting incident, for gives the reference to the possible position of the shooter in relation to the target. This is associated to the point of entry and exit of the bullet. Discuss the scope of forensic ballistics. The first one is field investigation. This is the work of the first officer on the case in the field. It is primarily a routine job and investigating officer, such as work includes recognition, collection, markings, the preservations, packing, and transmittal of ballistic exhibits. At present, in case of highly sensational offense. The investigator on case 6 to the assistance of the scene of the crime operative SOCO unit. It will be the SOCO members who will facilitate to the processing of the crime scene. Although everything that transpires all the undertaken by the SOCO shall properly be coordinated with the investigator on case who makes the necessary note taking. The second one is ballistics, technical examination of the exhibit. This phase involves the participation of the firearms identification examiner. Its scope covers the marking of the evidence, test firing to obtain test bullet and test shell in case suspected firearm is recovered. Third one is legal proceeding. This is the last yet one of the most critical part in the field of firearm identification. Here, the examiner has to go court to testify as an expert witness regarding the ballistic examination and report that she has prepared. Enumerate at least 10 persons behind firearms and their contributions. First one is James Wolfe Rifle stimulated the development of the model 1855 rifle musket. Second one is Eliphalet Remington, one of the early rifle makers. Elisha King Root designed the machinery for making Colt firearms. Horatio Smith founded the great firm Smith and Wesson, the pioneer of the making of breech-loading rifles. Eugene Stoner designed the US M16 Armalite under license by Colt Company from July 1959 onwards. L.C. Smith developed the shotgun bearing his name and is now known as the Ithaca Gun Company. John T. Thompson developed in the course of World War I the Thompson MIAI and the 1928 model of AI USA. Daniel B. Wilson, the partner of Horace Smith in the making of the famous revolver bearing their names. David Carbine Williams, maker of the first known carbine. Oliver F. Winchester, one of the earliest rifle pistol makers. What is the origin of the term sharpshooter? The Christian Sharps design is where the term sharpshooters was derived. Give the legal definition of firearms. Firearms and firearms or arms as herein used includes rifles, musket, carbines, shotgun, pistols, revolvers, and all other deadly weapons, from which a bullet, ball, shot, shell, or other missiles may be discharged by means of gunpowder or other explosives. Distinguish smooth-bore firearms from rifled-bore firearms. Smooth-bore firearms that have no rifling land and grooving inside their gun barrel. Examples: shotguns and muskets. While the carbine, a short barrel rifle with its barrel rifle measuring not longer than 22 inches, it fires a single projectile through a rifled bore, either semi-automatic or full automatic, for a very press of trigger. How do you describe the internal structure of the shotgun barrel? A smooth bore and breech loading shoulder arm designed to fire a number lead pellets or shots in one charge. How do you distinguish revolver from pistol? The revolver is a type of hand firearm designed to position cartridges into position for firing and the aid of rotating cylinder serving an its chamber. While the pistols in early firearm history, all handguns are generally called pistols. There are three classes of pistols in period: the single-shot pistol, the semi-automatic, and the revolving pistol, now known as a revolver. Enumerate the miscellaneous types of firearms. First one is the zip gun, cane gun, knife pistol, cell phone gun, flare gun, gas gun, the harpoon gun, liberator, multi-barrel gun, tool gun, the trap gun. What is an ammunition? Ammunition refers to loaded shell or rifles, muskets, carbines, shotgun, shotguns, revolvers, and pistol, from which ball, shot, shell, or other missiles may be fired by means of gunpowder or other explosive. How do you describe a projectile? It is a body projected by external forces and continuing by its own inertia, especially for a weapon for a missile. The last one is discuss the types of cartridge case. Straight type, a type of cartridge case or shell which has straight shell body usually found on cartridge used in automatic weapon. The tapered type, a type of cartridge case similar to a flower base. It is found in a caliber 22 Magnum jet. The bottleneck type, it is a type of cartridge and commonly found in ammunitions for rifles. And that's all. Thank you.